Hi everyone, so today we're going to be doing an information session for UCDC and UCCS, which are two academic capital internships offered here at UCR. So what are the UCDC and UCCS programs? UCDC and UCCS are academic capital internships that undergraduate students can engage in and apply for at UCR. Our Office of Student Engagement can help students out with any applications, and applications do go through us. So any questions can be directed to us for either of the programs. They have similarities and they have differences. They're open to all majors though, so that's an option for any undergraduate student who's interested in partaking in these internships, no matter the major, and also earning units at the same time. So you're not falling behind on your units, and you're earning academic units as well as internship credits, and also something to add on to your resume and distinguish yourself as an undergrad student. So UCDC in particular, what is it? It's an opportunity for students to learn, intern, network, and explore all at once through a quarter at UCDC. So there are opportunities to just build experiences, build a network, and build like more knowledge through UCDC as well as UCCS. So we're going to go through all of the great things you can engage in once you're out there. So the learning aspect of UCDC, you are earning at least 12 units, 12 to 20 total upper division units. The units come from internship units, which is going to be your 198I. It can range from 8 to 12 units depending on how many hours. And then the internship hours typically range from 24 to 36 hours a week. 4 units will come from your seminar course that you're enrolled in, and then an optional 4 can come from your elective. Every quarter, a new seminar. A few new seminars are offered in the kind of course catalog, and so students can definitely sign up for the ones that are of interest to them. And if you're going in the fall, winter, and spring, it's a minimum of 12 units, and in the summer it will be 8 units just because the seminar is not offered in the summer. So in terms of the research aspect of UCDC, the seminars are fairly research focused. Most seminars do combine research papers with substantive focus. So the focus could be on Congress, the Supreme Court, the media, the presidency, elections, and international relations. Again, there is a variety of classes to choose from, so it's up to the student and availability of the quarter for what focus they'll be doing. And then there is a research focused seminar as well that's offered. And in that research focused seminar, you get to develop writing skills and research on a topic that's related to your work within your research internship organization. These seminars supplement your internship experience through substantive focus and research requirements. So it's kind of a holistic experience with your internship as well as your seminars where you can do research. And so to the right side, you're seeing a few of the all of the seminars actually that are offered in the 2022 to 2023 curriculum. So you have these 7 seminars to choose from. And then at the bottom, you kind of see the more research focused ones. So you have your general research class, which again focuses on mainly on research where you develop writing skills and research. And there's also the research in world politics. So this is just what's offered in this seminar quarter. And it typically it can change every year, but a lot of it is research focused, which can be a great experience for students who are looking to step into kind of the field of research. And it could be research on a plethora of things. And again, it's open to all majors, so research can definitely be focused and conducted in kind of any interest. So like I said, it's open to all majors, and this is just a student spotlight to kind of showcase all of the students from different majors and different career interests that have participated in UCDC. You have public policy majors and political science majors, and you also have English, media and cultural studies, business, econ majors, sociology majors, and even psychology majors. All majors can go out there. There are so many internship opportunities offered to students, and being a UCDC student really does give you a lot of opportunities with a lot of these internship sites, which can definitely be an advantage. So these are also some of the organizations that students have have interned with. So you have the Department of Education, you have congressional offices, you have a lot of nonprofits and just some really great organizations. So the possibilities are honestly endless for which internship opportunity you can get, and it just depends on your interests. So going back to the internships a bit, again, students have interned in a variety of organizations, whether it's a nonprofit, a congressional office, federal agencies, state departments, and just so many more. So you get to apply to as many as you'd like, honestly. And at the end of it, if you get offers from multiple, you get to choose, and you really are able to keep your options open and explore a lot of different opportunities. In terms of networking too, networking is a really crucial part of DC, and this program really helps you navigate the whole world of networking. So they host Monday night forums. They even have an optional alumni mentorship program. They even host and have UC cultural groups and just so much more. This is all to help students network and make the most out of their time out in DC and meeting people and potentially, building a network from DC as well. Okay, and also exploring is a big part. You're going to be out in Washington, D.C., which is an exciting experience. You get to live in the UC Washington Center building with students from other UCs. So there's a whole building that is for the University of California out in DC, very close to the White House and close to everything exciting nearby. You get to live in there in the center with other UC students. The dorms are kind of on top and the classrooms are on bottom. So that's really great because you're kind of living in the same building as your classrooms are held. You also get to take trips on the weekend to local attractions. There are so many museums for students. There are just so many sites to see, and you get to do all of that whenever you're not in your internship or in your classes. Yeah, feel free to scan this QR code to get like a little bit of a virtual tour for the DC Center. It's definitely worth seeing and being there. The cost for UCDC, this is an estimate rough cost of it. It can be compared to, tuition fees and housing costs can be compared to here at UCR, but there are additional costs for airfare and transportation that you want to take into account for, but there are scholarships and other opportunities for financial aid for students in need for sure. So this is a estimate rough cost of it. And then this is just kind of a cost comparison. So again, it can be compared to UCR costs or costs at your home campus concerning tuition and housing. And again, there are opportunities for financial aid and scholarships that we're here to help with kind of navigate to if there's anything that we can help with. Oops. Okay, so the timeline of the UCDC process. So any students who want to participate in UCDC, let's say in the spring quarter, they would want to submit their application in the fall. And then in the winter, it's going to be kind of preparation time. You get to participate in weekly transition meetings with the cohort, and you're applying to at least 5 internships a week. And then in the spring, you actually get to participate in the UCDC program. So it's kind of like a process that you start a couple of quarters ahead of the quarter that you'll be at. So the fall applications for fall 2022 are coming up. So that is what students are working up towards. So it's a kind of a quarter by quarter process, but there's help along the way. And there's also an internship database actually by UCDC where you can rely on that and apply to internships through that, which is a great tool. For the application process, eligibility requirements include junior and senior standing undergrads. 3.0 GPA is recommended. And if you are a transfer student, you do want to complete at least 1 quarter at UCR, just so you have a UC GPA, since transfer students do not have a UC GPA just yet their first quarter. We do want to see that you have at least 2 upper division courses completed, just because these academic internship programs might be a little rigorous. We just want to make sure that you've had a little bit of experience with upper division classes. And of course, undocumented AB 540 recipients and DACA recipient students are welcome to apply. In terms of the application, pretty straightforward. You have your cover letter and your resume that can be rough drafts. We can help, complete those and fix those up later. But what you have, you can definitely submit that. Letters of recommendation are optional. We do want your unofficial transcripts. And then there's a separate online application, a part of it too, just to fill out more questions with your answers. Here are some upcoming deadlines. For winter 2023, it's going to be September 10th. Spring 2023 is going to be November 10th, and then it's to be determined for summer 2023. So keep your eyes out for the upcoming deadlines. Reach out to our office if you have any questions about the deadlines or the application. So I will hand it off to Wendy to go over what UCCS is. It's also another really great internship opportunity.
Hi everyone, so my name is Wendy. Just like Frain, I was actually a former UCCS student. So UCCS is very similar to UCDC. The very big difference is that UCCS is located up in UC Davis out in Sacramento. Students get to intern at around 20 hours per week, and then they are enrolled in around 15 units. Their internship is actually a referral process, so you get to work with the program to get assigned into the proper internship that's best suited for you. You do get one seminar course and an elective course, which is nice. And then on Wednesdays, there's a speaker series where you get to learn many fun facts about politics. And now some of the courses they're going to be taking at UCCS. Obviously, you're taking an internship and a research course. And then you're also taking a research design and methods course, as well as the 195 or 108. That one can change in between. Me and Frain both took the 195. That was a policy seminar. It's kind of interesting. I didn't really take the 108, but that one always changes, which is nice. So you could either take the 108. Actually, next slide, please. So the 108 will always change, which is nice. You should either get the public policy healthcare, the criminal justice, or the education course. Each one of them will vary, but at least you get the main idea, which is kind of the elective portion of it. And now regarding the research process, so for the research course, you will get the opportunity to conduct your own personal research project on whatever you'd like. You begin by identifying a research, understanding the background, developing a proposal, then constructing an approach and analyzing the data. At the very end, you will get to suggest a political or public policy solution, which is nice. That way you're not only researching, but you're also interning and getting an experience of what political science or public policy really is, right? And then me and Frain both did our own research project. I think when I was there, it was actually the Health Justice Scholar. As a Health Justice Scholar, it was a great opportunity because you get to conduct changes within the system, which is nice, the medical system, which is nice. For instance, for my project, I actually identified whether the healthcare services which are being provided in the state of California uphold the medical oath. And by that, I actually conducted a set of surveys and threw those out into the state of California and compared them between the northern, the central, and the southern California regions. For Frain, how is your project actually?
Yeah, my project focused on housing insecurity, and I compared just kind of different rates of housing insecurity in particular displacement in some neighborhoods in Los Angeles, and how like impacts of socioeconomic factors like cause or make residents susceptible to housing insecurity. I went over accessibility, barriers, crisis in terms of housing. So that was really a great experience, and getting to suggest a policy solution at the end was really great too, because it does really kind of conclude your research in a very whole way. So that was a really great experience to kind of focus on a public policy issue that I'm very passionate about, and being able to really dive into it in those 10 weeks was really great.
Nice.
Oh, and at the bottom right here, just pointing out, this is a picture of me and some other UCR students out in Sacramento. Again, it was a really cool experience meeting all students from different UCs, and it was just great meeting other UCR students as well. It was great because all of us were doing research on different things too, but at the end of the day, we were all in the same classes, and it was just really great collaborating with everyone.
Yeah. Now, for the cost of UCCS, it's very similar to the cost of UC Riverside. By that, I mean the tuition and fees are going to be similar to what they would be at UC Riverside or whichever your homeschool may be. Housing and living costs is where it's going to vary, but it'll always be similar. And then the cost will always vary at rates like the personal cost, transportation, program fees. Well, the program fees are actually very similar to the homeschool. But other than that, everything's going to be similar. However, if you do receive financial aid or any forms of scholarships, or aid, you could always have that transfer over somehow. Like that would be, it'll be similar. So it's not a big pickle, but if you do need more financial aid, or you were looking for some scholarship, the Health Justice Scholars Award is an excellent opportunity to apply to. I applied to it myself, and it was a great opportunity to be able to not just apply to something new, but also be able to explore something different, especially in the medical system, as you're able to conduct changes or develop changes within the system, which is nice. Now for the eligibility, as long as you're a junior or senior standing, unfortunately sophomores and freshmen are not able to apply. But for transfer students, very similar as a Ucdc, you do want to complete 1 quarter as UC at your UC homeschool or UC Riverside, simply because that way you're able to obtain that 1 quarter of a UC GPA, which is nice. And then afterwards, it would be preferred if you have a 3.0 or above. However, if you're around the borderline, don't hesitate, still apply. And then all students are welcome. Very similar to the UCDC, UCCS program. As long as you're a UC student and you're interested in the program, go ahead and apply. You don't have to be tied to a specific major or anything. I was a biological engineer and I still applied, and I loved the program, which was nice. And for the application itself, you'll have to complete an essay, turn in a resume. You have to have 3 references. So not per se letters of recommendation, but just individuals who can reference you, right? And then your unofficial transcripts, and complete obviously the online application. So the main deadline you want to keep an eye out would be May 18th, which is coming up in a few days, 6 days, I believe, something. And then you have May 19th. Oh, that's pretty fast for fall 2022. And then June 23rd for winter 2023.
Okay, so that is about it for our presentation. Thank you, Wendy, for joining me for this presentation. So again, we are the Office of Student Engagement. Definitely feel free to reach out to us with any questions about any of our programs. Of course, UCDC and UCCS as well. Our Instagram is listed right there. And you can definitely book virtual appointments with us as well. They can be one-on-one appointments at ucdc.ucr.edu. This is for both UCDC and UCCS, by the way. It's just that one website. Or reach out to us via email with any questions. Again, these are just some really cool internship, academic capital internship opportunities where you get to go out to different cities, explore, learn through courses that you wouldn't get otherwise, meet other UC students, meet other great faculty members, network, and get internship opportunities that are very much aligned with your career interests and goals, no matter your major. So yes, please reach out to us if you have any questions at all. Do not hesitate. Thank you.
Bye.